All right, hello everyone, and welcome back once again to TCR Trinity Competitive Racing, and we are here tonight for round 5 of season 12 with the golden class of our drivers at TCR. We are in a very, very special place today, as you can see, at the Circuit de Monaco in Monte Carlo in the Principality of Monaco for the Monaco Grand Prix. It is going to be absolutely lit. That is for sure. We're going to be racing at night as well, so it is going to be under some lights as well, some artificial lights, so it's definitely going to be lit from that perspective. But from what we've seen so far in Silver Class this week, we're going to see some great racing here tonight. So welcome everyone, it's Balloon Machine with you guys in the booth, and with me is no other than Seafreeze, making another comeback once again, giving the people what they want. How are you tonight?
Yo, we're back at it for some Monaco. I'm doing good. Last night was awesome. The Silver Class, really enjoyed that commentary with Chatty Duck. Thought I'd come back for the Golden Class like I usually, where I usually am. And we always have some nice commentaries, so I'm gonna look forward to this one as well. 12 drivers tonight. Monaco night race. For those watching, get some drinks, get some beverages and snacks, cuddle up around the campfire, and let's watch a beautiful race. We have the quality drivers tonight. We have a little lower attendance, but we do have, I would say, the quality drivers of the Golden Class. So these drivers should be able to put on a show for us.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Golden Class never disappoints, and we've got some quick times on the board already. Letaupe, they're just taking pole position right after completing another lap with a 110.1. Very nice there. Just Jose, 110.3. Just Jose, of course, coming back from last week where he got a second place in China. Perry the Dog, and Perry currently sitting in 6th place in qualifying with a 110.6, and we're also watching Chargers as he starts another lap here to do a hot lap around Monaco. Let's see him coming up into Casino Square, getting a nice little rotation through there. On the game this year, Monaco is much more difficult to navigate, but right now Chargers puts in a purple time in Sector 1. He's a 10th and a half down on his own time, doing a pretty good job around the hairpin as well. And now coming into Portier, quick job of that as well. And now, of course, the tunnel. This is where all the excitement happens. All those beautiful sounds that you hear on the track, those are the best ones in the tunnel. So here he goes, Charger. Ooh, we're running the strict corner cutting rules here tonight, but he just manages to keep it within the rules there on the Nouvelle Chicane. Another purple sector, 6/10 down on his own time. This is going to be a quick one as he loses the back a little bit coming out of the swimming pool chicane, and now coming up into the last corner into Anthony Nogue, and he is going to be crossing the line here in a second. Is this going to be a pole position run? It is a 109.977. It's the first one tonight into the 109s. Pretty impressive.
Yeah, we saw last night it was Wiener Drink who absolutely just that little bit of an edge. I wouldn't say destroying quite yet. He's only a few tenths above Letaupe, but yeah, that's a good time for a 9.9. First one into the 9s. Interesting enough, is Silent is the only guy on the medium tire, and he's sitting P4, so not only he's got the alternate tire, as of right now he's got the track position. I want to see if he can stay 4th or better, because we also saw some drivers last night with Kruner coming from the back of the grid all the way up to the podium on the alternate strategy, and if Silent could start up towards the front, that's really going to help him. I'm looking back at the previous results from last season, and you see the same guys towards the top. Packer, the last year's Golden Champion, was the winner of the race, but right behind him was Charger, Silent, Perry, Bats Plus, and everyone else here tonight. So it's going to be a good one.
And I'm watching on board with Letaupe as he is on a really quick hot lap right now. Opens up the DRS on the last corner, loses the back a little bit, but he comes across the line. It's a 109.788. Couple of tenths quicker than Chargers, and we've still got about 6.5 minutes to go in qualifying, so we might see some more improvement. RR Silent is going for a 3rd lap on these soft or medium tires, sorry, and he did actually improve on his previous hot lap. He went down to a 1:10.0 and now in third place very comfortably on those medium tires. So that is definitely one to watch for. Let's go on board with Just Jose here, and we'll see a full lap around this track as he comes into Saint Devote, into turn 1, nice and well through there, and into Beau Rivage, which isn't really a corner, but it is the run up the hill into Anthony Nogue for the last corner here. Opens up the DRS. Just Jose down to the line. I think we're going to have a new pole sitter here provisionally, and it is a 109.5 from Just Jose. What a beautiful lap there.
Also, his championship rival Bat Plus is on a lap. He matched his first sector. Let's see what he can do in the second sector. He's sitting P5 at the moment. Championship still close after 4 rounds. This is the 5th round of 15, and it's Just Jose 44, Fireflow 42, and Bat Plus 41. So very close between the 3 of them. Today is going to be a deciding factor as well. If in the qualifying, Bats Plus ran the final corner. Doesn't look like a tremendous lap. He might improve slightly. Yes, it only slightly, so he stays 5th.
Yeah, not much of an improvement there, but still in good position. 4 minutes to go. I think he's going to have enough time to possibly go for another one here tonight. Let's jump on board here with Chargers. He's going to start another hot lap. And to mention as well to something that you said there previously, the Drivers' Championship is extremely close, and so is the Constructors' Championship. It is the Alfa Romeos right now, the Ferraris right now leading with 70 points. We have Bats Plus and Jones in the Alpines with 66 points, and then Ryan and Begood in the AlphaTauris, no, those are not the AlphaTauris. Which cars are Ryan and
that would
Begood?
That would be the Aston Martin.
The Aston Martins, that's right. Those guys have 65 points, so only a point away from second place there. And then Chargers and Bam Bam in the Mercedes with 60 points. So from first to fourth place, you only have a 10-point difference in the Constructors' Championship. And from first to Garanuibu in sixth, that's only an 18-point difference. So that's not even a win. That's second place. So anything could happen, and Monaco could be a changing point here tonight. We'll have to wait and see as our drivers are now getting into the last moments of qualifying. Chargers was on a pretty good lap here. What is he going to do? He does improve, but only marginally, and stays in third place. Everybody switched over to the soft tires. Nobody else has stayed on those mediums.
Yeah, silence on those softs, so he aborted the mediums, and he's going to try to go for pole position. He's on the out lap right now. He's going to start a flying lap right now. He's on the front straightaway. So he's only a half a second off with those medium tires now. He's got a chance with the soft tires, extra grip, and this is going to be a flyer if he can keep it valid.
Yeah, this is going to be a very interesting race. Looks like Barry had some connection issues, but he's back in the lobby right now. But yeah, if you guys are just joining us now, this is season 12 of Trinity Competitive Racing, and this is round 5 here tonight for the Monaco GP in the Golden class. We're watching as our drivers are trying to qualify and do their best, because of course track position in Monaco is very, very important. Overtaking over here is very, very difficult. So the better you do in qualifying, and if you can stay out of the walls and make sure that you can stick to your strategy throughout the race, that is pretty much the ticket to the podium and to the top step here tonight. So we'll see if our drivers will be able to do that. R.R. Silent had to abort his quick lap there, unfortunately. He had a little bit of a tail whip coming out of to back, so that has hurt him. Chargers is on another quick lap right now on a used set of soft tires. He's not using a brand new set. I'm not sure exactly why, but he is going for another go. We'll see how well he can do. Who else is out there right now? Latope. He's on is he on a hot lap? Doesn't really look like it.
It seems like he aborted.
Yeah, so they have just enough time to make it back to the line here and go for another one. Just Jose is lining up to go for another run in just SNA. Pretty nice and tight to the inside there, and then switching it over. He keeps it in fourth gear through there, so that is pretty impressive. I'm not sure if he gets more grip, but I was finding that fourth made me oversteer or understeer through there. So I was using third gear last night, but just Jose doing a really nice job getting himself through the hairpin and now into Portier. Any news from anywhere else down the field, Seafreeze?
I mean, Silent was on a pretty quick lap, but he aborted again. So he is going to be starting on those medium tires. And a few drivers behind Just Jose. We have Fire Up Flow as well on a quick one, and Chargers, so it's going to be close. It's going to come down to this. Just Jose's.
The Bats Plus, possibly Bats Plus coming here. Is he gonna? Yeah, he's gonna keep on going. He's gonna come across the line. Oh, he kisses the wall on the entry into Anthony Nogan. Does not improve, so he's gonna stay sixth. It looks like Just Jose is gonna keep pole position here tonight with a 109.5. And then Latope in second, 109.7. We have Chargers in third with that 109.9. RR Silent aborted both of his laps, keeping his time with a 110.0 on the medium tires. And that could be a game changer here tonight. So we'll have to wait and see. The main thing for him is going to be pretty much staying out of trouble on the first couple of laps so he can then run his own race and his own strategy. But then we've got Jones in fifth place. Great qualifying from Jones there, 110.3. Bats Plus, 110.5. Got any weave, 110.6. And then the graphic went away, so we will run through the rest of the field later. But most importantly, it's this guy right here, Just Jose in the Alpine on pole position. And the guys that we didn't get to see there were Got Any Weeb in 7th, Barry the Dog in 8th, Fire Up Flow in 9th place, Guerrero in 10th, same TJ in 11th, and we have Be Good in 12th, rounding up the grid. So a little bit of a smaller grid here tonight, as we mentioned, but I'm sure this is going to be some great racing, and all of these guys are very, very heavy hitters, so be prepared for some great action. And of course, it's at Monaco, and we don't know what the weather is going to be like, so maybe we might have a rainy race, we might have some incidents. For sure, it's going to be a great race.
I'm pretty sure almost any one of these guys can go out there and win, maybe with not a few of them. Take a few of them out, unfortunately. But I think the top 9 look promising. I think any of the top 9 have a shot to win based on their speed and pace throughout not only this season but previous times. Most drivers raced here last season at Monaco, and they all were pretty promising. Perry had a disconnection. Let's see if we can get him back in. Try to send him an invite.
Yeah, that is unfortunate. I know there's a couple of places in the US and Canada right now getting hit by some really heavy rain, myself included. So hopefully the stream stays up and hopefully the connection works for our drivers here tonight in the Golden class, because at Monaco, the last thing that you want to see is a disconnection. It's hard enough just to get around here and keep yourself out of the walls and keep yourself out of incidents and keep your position until the end of the race. It is quite tricky. Alright, so our drivers are getting their strategies worked out right now. They might be making some last minute changes to their setup. There's only a few things that you can really change. But most importantly, we're going to see them going for the formation lap here in just a second. And after that, we're going to get racing here tonight for round 5. So far, as we mentioned, really, really close run in the Golden class for the championship, both in the drivers and the constructors. So Just Jose, he definitely wants to get more points to his championship lead. But people like Latope, Chargers, Silent, Jones, Ambats Plus, and Perry, and Fire Up Flow, they have all proven this season that they can get up onto the podium there. Fire Up Flow has a win to his name. Jones has a win to his name in Japan as well, so never write him off. He can definitely come back at any moment to surprise us all. Just Jose just got a win a couple of weeks ago in Canada, and RR Silent coming off a win last week. So we've got a full grid of winners here, and that means they're not going to be giving a single inch to anyone anywhere.
Yeah, and this is the time I say it every time we do this, but we need the predictions, Blinn. Who do you got for the top 3?
Definitely, I don't know the order of who's going to be there, but I'll tell you who I think is going to be on the podium. I think it's going to be Just Jose, RR Silent, and I feel like Jones is going to get up there too.
Okay, that's fair. I'm going to go nice and easy. Usually the winner is the pole sitter, so I'm going to say Just Jose for the win. We're going to do Silent in second, and we're going to put, let's do Fire Up Flow in third. How about it? He'll be the dark horse tonight.
All right. Well, that would be an amazing drive if he can get up from 9th to 3rd, but we're already through the formation lap. That was a very quick one. There's a little bit of a gap between Latope and Chargers, but everybody's getting back up to the grid now, and we're going to get started here in a moment. So get ready, everyone. Thank you guys for tuning in and for watching and for all of your support. Send in some comments, leave us a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, but most of all, get excited for the Monaco Grand Prix in Season 12. We're going to be riding on board with RR Silent for the first few moments of the start here as we are all ready to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 lights are on in Monaco. The lights go off. Same TJ gets a jump start. He gets a drive-through penalty right off the bat. RR Silent into 3rd place already, attacking right off the start. Oh, and there was a little bit of touching there between Latope and Just Jose, and Latope is up into the lead of the race into turn 1.
Yeah, good start from Silent. He was able to pick Chargers off the starting line. TJ went a little early, so he's going to have a penalty. Jones also had a cut turn 1. He sees a penalty right there. The game gave him for cutting turn 1, avoiding contact with his teammate. And it's all single file from now on.
Absolutely. So a couple of penalties on lap 1, which are very, very unfortunate. Guerrero now disconnects from the session as well. Very unfortunate there. Hopefully he'll be able to get back in. But and most importantly, Latope jumps into the lead of the race. Just Jose drops down to 2nd place. RR Silent gains a spot, and crucially on those medium tires. So that just helps him out and makes his strategy more viable for the rest of this race. But Latope is not quite far away from Just Jose. Just Jose is right on his back wing, and we will have DRS enabled in a couple more laps. And even though we're at Monaco, I've seen some overtakes happen around here. It's not a complete write-off for overtakes. You can definitely gain positions. So we will see if this lead will change hands once again in the next few laps here. But for now, Just Jose has to look at the back end of Latope's car through these very, very tight turns around Monaco. This is not a place where you want to be behind a car. I can tell you that from experience last night, because it definitely hurt my race when I had to come out of the pits and be behind the car. I had to try and overtake that car for about 4 laps, and I lost about 5 seconds of race time. So yeah, this could be very, very close between these guys and everybody else down the list, so we'll keep a close eye. But for now, not too many incidents, nothing crazy going on, but Just Jose keeping very, very close to Latope.
Well, Latope almost, he doesn't get that entry quite right. Just Jose had to back off a little bit entering to back. So Latope is, he's got the lead. He made a pretty big mistake, but he was able to keep out and head. And I was going to say this could be a 2-car breakaway because Silent was on the medium tire, but that mistake just brought Silent right back in to the top 3 now.
Absolutely, and something I just noticed for the first time after the new patch has been introduced. Well, first of all, if we do see the safety car in this race, we will see an Aston Martin safety car. It is in the game now, and it has been added in, and it is scheduled for the Monaco Grand Prix in real life, so they are running it here tonight in the game as well. But the other thing that just came up that I've never seen before is that the Haas team name has been changed in terms of how it shows to the player now. It's no longer the Haas F1 team, it is now the Ural-Kali Haas F1 team. So, very interesting change there. I guess, you know, that Russian sponsorship really needs to make their money back, because I don't think they're making it in any way this year in terms of constructors' points, drivers' points, or anything else.
Yeah, it's a tough year for them, isn't it? But not near TCR. We have the Haas lead currently, but yeah, it's a good point. I don't know if they probably should have had that in at the beginning of the game. Maybe, I don't know if that's what their official name was or that changed after the fact. But you see that a bunch of times with sponsors entering. I mean, I remember one time Red Bull they were called Aston Martin Red Bull Racing Team. Or Formula One team, or something long like that.
Yeah, and it wasn't that long ago.
With, Racing Point. No, yeah, it was only, I think, 2 seasons ago or something
yeah.
like that.
And before that, they were the Infinity Red Bull Racing team as well, so they've gone through a lot of different names. I think they started off as a sponsor themselves to the BMW team back in, I think it was 2004, 2006, somewhere around there.
Yeah, well, that's way past my time. That's why you know it. Le Taupe, another big mistake. That's going to open the door for just Jose, but not enough room right there.
Yeah, Le Taupe is having a little bit of trouble, and I can tell you that, yeah.
Jose almost lost it as well. He had corrected not only once, but twice.
Yeah, I'll tell you from last night, my engineer told me that I can take these soft tires to lap 11, and I was praying to all the different gods by lap 10, because these tires, they don't like to be around Monaco at all. These soft tires are quick on a couple of laps, but then after that they die off very quickly. So I think now this is going to be a game of just concentration and keeping it out of the walls, not making any mistakes, and trying to keep ahead. It's very difficult to overtake here, but just Jose and Nara are silent. Look at that. They're keeping within half a second of each other and keeping it clean for now.
Yeah, I mean, Just Jose's got to realize that Le Taupe's struggling at this stage of the race, so he's got to be careful not to get too close, because a certain big mistake might actually catch him into it as well, right? If Le Taupe really messes an entry, spins, or gets caught on one of these walls, which there's plenty of, it might collect Just Jose and even Silent, because they're so close, half a second between all three of them.
Yeah, this is some great racing that we're watching here from our top 3 drivers for tonight's race at this moment. We're only on lap 5 of 39, so still a very long way to go. And around Monaco, anything can still happen. We could have an incident that brings out a safety car that bunches everybody up. Oh, but now Le Taupe a little bit slow through turn 1, and RR Silent was trying to have a look down the inside on Just Jose. Had to back out of it there once they got through turn 1. But that was very, very close there. And it's, as you mentioned before, it's sort of like a domino effect. It's Le Taupe that has to slow down to take a corner, that then slows down Just Jose, and then slows down RR Silent, and it then multiplies. Look at that. Now Chargers is joining the fight as well, right behind them. And then Jones is not too far away as well. So this could very quickly turn into a big train.
Yeah, you see it so often, right? That almost every time you see a gap kind of form, and then the driver starts struggling, and then you get that train effect. So yeah, we got about now 4 drivers. When it was 2, it's now 3, now 4, and maybe Jones is around 2 seconds back, and he's going to bring his teammate along with Bats Plus. So we'll see how long these guys go, because Silent's still in those mediums, so he doesn't really need to push the issue so much. If he could get ahead, that'd be great. But these soft drivers are, struggling at this stage.
Absolutely. I think they've had to back off a little bit to make sure that these tires make it to a one-stop strategy length, because otherwise making 2 stops around here is definitely gonna hurt your race. Oh, and there goes RR Silent down the inside on Just Jose before they even make it into the hairpin, and he's up into 2nd place.
Beautiful move, beautiful. Very respectful between the two, and that's how you get it done here at Monaco. It's hard to do, but when you do get it done, it looks wonderful.
Oh yeah, absolutely, and he picked a place that I wasn't even really thinking about. I mean, there's a couple of places around this track where you could try and go for a move, but he didn't even wait until the hairpin. Oh, we've got somebody spun around. It's Bats Plus! Bats Plus! Oh, and he comes right into the way of Be Good there, and luckily he was ghosting, But Be Good went for a spin in the tunnel, missing his front wing, still has all 4 wheels on, so he'll be able to get that changed up. He gets a 5-second penalty for corner cutting right now through the Nivelle chicane as well.
No wing on Jones.
Oh, and here comes RR Silent. RR Silent going for a move on Latope into turn 1, and he gets it wide, and he's into the wall, and he's missing a little bit of his front wing now for sure. It's not showing visually, but I'm sure he's got a little bit of damage there.
And that promoted Jose back into P2. He went for a move for the win. Now just Jose going for the win for the first. Down the inside, similar to what Silent did, and he just took that away. So Jose went from third now to first with that mistake by Silent and Latope.
Wow, so that turned out very, very quickly, and that just changed the top 3. We've got Just Jose, Latope, and RR Silent now pretty much back to their starting positions from qualifying. So everything that happened on lap 1 has been zeroed out. Now also Chargers is right behind them and keeping pretty close. Just Jose managed to pull out of the DRS zone of Latope. So this is very crucial, especially when RR Silent is trying to make a move on Latope absolutely everywhere. Every single corner that they go through, RR Silent is trying to get wheel to wheel. Oh, Latope, he locks up. He locks up. He's into the pits, and RR Silent's into the pits too. Why did RR Silent go into the pits? He's going for the hard tires now until the end. I'm not sure if that was the best strategy around here. Oh, and he's got a change of wing as well, so that's why he went in there.
Yeah.
So he did have some front wing damage from that little kiss that he gave the wall in St. Devote. And there we go, beautiful look that we get to see of the brand new Aston Martin safety car, as RR Silent is going to be coming up behind Latope, behind Chargers, and in 6th place. So that is Just Jose still in the lead right now. He's got a massive gap to everybody he's been fighting before, and he's also got a massive gap back to 2nd place to Garani Weeb, about 7 seconds. So Just Jose sitting in a pretty good spot right now.
Yeah, I mean, Silent, he probably got that damage sitting too close to Latope. I didn't quite see how he got it, but that's what forced him to pit. And Latope as well had the damage that got Just Jose the lead. He had damage which forced him to pit. Chargers didn't have any damage because, but maybe he saw the other 2 ahead have damage, and he thought, hey, let me pit now because I know I can get past them in the pits. Because Chargers was able to get both of them, which puts him in a net P2, still also going for the win because he was just in the same train that Just Jose was in. So it seems like now it's going to be between Just Jose and Chargers, and Just Jose is going to have to respond. If he stays out too much longer, he's going to get undercut by Chargers, I believe.
Wow, so that was very exciting. I really was not expecting RR Silent to come into the pits there and switching to hard tires. I think he might struggle on pace a little bit. He's actually losing time to Latope already. That's just the difference in tire compound, I think. But Chargers, as you mentioned, absolutely gunned ahead. 3.6 seconds ahead of Latope and RR Silent right now, so he does not have to worry about anyone really behind him right now. He just needs to keep it on track and keep it going. Just Jose is still on track. Let's see if he's going to respond here. Is he going to be coming into the pits as Bats Plus sets the fastest lap of the race so far with a 1:12.8? And here comes Just Jose. Oh, we've got a yellow flag for somebody. It's Fire Up Flow. Fire Up Flow having a little bit of a moment there through the Nivelle chicane, and Just Jose stays out on track for another lap. So I think Just Jose is doing the same strategy that I did last night. Lap 11 pit from your softs over to a medium tire, and then take those until the end. And the mediums, you know, they did have a moment where they felt like they might be going off, but honestly, they went to the end, no problem.
Yeah, I think any tire can go the distance. It's just whether or not you want to really take it the distance, because it might not be comfortable. But you can definitely manage the tires around Monaco. Maybe not like another track, just because of the slower speeds.
Okay, so right now, Just Jose, he has got... He's probably going to be pitting on this lap, I'm thinking. And he's only got 15.5 seconds to Be Good behind him. But Be Good hasn't pitted yet. So it's actually really Chargers that we're looking at. So 21 seconds. Is that enough for a pit stop at Monaco? I don't think so. Here goes just Jose into the pits now. And we're going to be watching because this is going to be very close between himself and the net leader of the race right now, which is Chargers. So where is Chargers right now? He's coming through the swimming pool chicane. It looks like just Jose has got his wheels changed already. He's going to be coming out of the pit exit now. I think he's going to keep the position. Yeah, he's going to be ahead. He's going to be ahead of Chargers. So just Jose comes out in second place. Only loses a spot because God Any Weeb also decided to pit right now. Is Chargers going to be behind God Any Weeb? No, he's getting ahead. So he is now 5 seconds behind Just Jose. That is a pretty good spot for Just Jose to be now in second place. And the guy in front of him, Be Good, needs to pit.
Yeah, but Chargers can still see Just Jose right ahead. It's still 4.5 seconds, but he's still keeping touch with him in case any trouble happens ahead. We still have a long way to go in this race, so I think these two have a real good shot at. Another thing I wanted to mention is I saw earlier in one of the laps in this race there was some damaged front wings on the track, and one of the drivers kind of ran over it, and the debris in the wing, they flew. But you can get damage from you can get a puncture, I've seen, or even damage to the car possibly. Not too sure about that one, but the debris on the track might be an issue with all these wings flying tonight.
Absolutely, but I don't think Be Good is thinking about that. He's thinking about Just Jose, who's right on this back wing now. He's thinking about making a move. He is going to go for the move right out of the casino square, and Just Jose's back into the lead of this race, so he's not even going to wait for Be Good to pit. That is him back into the position that he wants to be in. So now he's got 26 laps to bring it home. And Chargers 2 seconds behind, or about 2.8 seconds behind. So yeah, this is going to get very interesting. Either Chargers is going to start catching up, or Be Good is going to pit, and then we'll see really on pace what Chargers can do here tonight. But pretty good position, as I mentioned, for Just Jose. Latope down in 4th. God Any Weeb in 6th. Jones in 6th place right now. Perry in 7th. RR Silent really dropping back, making another pit stop to switch over to the medium tires again. And he is down in 8th place right now, with Bats Plus in 9th, Fire Up Flow in 10th. So fortunately, Seafreeze, your prediction is not looking very good for him to be in P3. And then we've got Guerrero in 11th and Same TJ in 12th place right now. And I guess this is a good moment to mention our affiliate sponsor, Fanatec. Check out the link in the description to find out the information there. You can help out the league. Oh, it looks like Same TJ has retired and he has crashed out. Where is he? He is... Yeah, there. He's in the wall in the swimming pool chicane. No safety car.
And Chargers got by Be Good for second. So now it's a 3.5 second, almost 4 second gap between the top two. And I think because ghosting is on, the safety car rate is decreased a little bit, because we've had some incidents last night that would probably cause a safety car, but we didn't actually see anything. I don't know if we even saw a virtual safety car, so the ghosting might be the reason why we don't see any safety cars. But I mean, we still have a long way left. We'll see if that holds true.
Yeah, and Just Jose setting,
lap,
another set lap, 12-1, so he's feeling very, very good right now. Latope overtaking Be Good on the start-finish straight, and that is Latope up into 3rd place, so I think Be Good is starting to lose pace on those older medium tires. Jones, unfortunately, gets a penalty there, a 3 second, and a Fire Up Flow has a 3 second penalty as well. But yeah, we're not even halfway through this race right now. It's only lap 15 of 39, so these drivers still have a chance to try and make up some positions or try and get some extra points in tonight's race. Chargers dropping back almost 5 seconds behind Just Jose. So Just Jose really has some great pace and probably a good setup for his car here tonight that's making him feel nice and comfortable. He made a couple of really great moves for a couple of overtakes here tonight as well. So if he can keep it all together for another 14 laps, or 24 laps, sorry, he will bring it home for a win, for a second win in this season. But it's not over yet, so we'll keep an eye on that. Oh, Latope losing the back end pretty heavily there out of Rasgas. And yeah, he's still trying to catch up on Chargers. He actually might be catching up on Chargers pretty quickly here.
It seems like Latope's got some pace advantage over Chargers. It was just that wing change earlier that he had to do, and that's what caused the position change. But I think if he can get to the back of Chargers, he should be able to make a move on him. I think Chargers, if I'm not mistaken, is a controller driver. So that's not the ideal situation when we come to Monaco.
According to our standings graphics, Chargers is on a Fanatec wheel.
Oh, there we go.
And Latope, what is Latope driving on? He's also on a wheel, but on a Thrustmaster wheel.
Oh, so we got 2 wheels, guys. Yeah, I think I remember correctly. I think the Chargers used to be on controller. So at some point he made the switch, as we all did at one point or another.
And then we've got Just Jose on the Logitech. So a little bit of a little competition of different brands going on here.
Well, if I had to choose, you know, I'm going to be representing the Fanatec of Chargers. It's my equipment, although Thrustmaster's no pushover. So we got a yellow flag. I think that's just a guy letting through. It's the Alfa Romeo of Moraes.
But yeah, Latope is starting to catch up now as Jones makes another pit stop. But Latope is within the DRS of Chargers now, within about 7/10, so he might be starting to put on the pressure here pretty soon. And then back from them, we do have a little bit of another battle going on. Godani Weeb is catching up on Be Good right now. Be Good down to P4, so he's been dropping positions over the last little while, and he's still got a long way to go on those medium tires.
Yeah, and who was it? It was Silent who started on the mediums, and then he went to the hard tire, and then now I see him on the mediums again. So he must have had some damage for the second time.
Yeah, I mean, there is a saying about Monaco that there's only 2 types of drivers in Formula 1. Those who have crashed at Monaco and those who will crash at Monaco. So you can't blame anyone here tonight for losing front wings.
I mean, we've all had a little nick of the wing, but have you ever had a DNF at Monaco?
I did indeed, yes. I don't think it was in TCR though. I think I've had pretty good luck in TCR for Monaco in particular. But I think a couple of years back I was racing in another league and I was battling with someone through the Novelle chicane, and I jumped over that curb and I smashed into the wall on the exit of it. So yeah, I've had it's claimed a wheel from my car as well before. Oh, here comes the move from Godani Weeb on Be Good into the Novelle chicane, just as we were talking about it there. But he makes this one work, and he's up into P4. And now watching as Latope is getting ever so closer. Ooh, Guerrero Moraes has retired. Oh, he's retired in the pits though, so no safety car is going to come out for that, that's for sure. And then we have Latope now getting ever so closer to Chargers, but not close enough to make a move just yet. Although it's interesting, we haven't really seen the overtakes on the front straight. We've seen most of the overtakes happening right into the hairpin or right before the hairpin into Marabou. So maybe we should watch out for that area.
Yeah, well, it's a good point because through the third sector, it's kind of hard to follow. I mean, you can maybe make a move in Rascas, but it's such a short braking, and it's also pretty high speed for Monaco standards, so it's hard to get through there. And then when you get to the start-finish line, it's not too long of a straight. That's why we see it actually farther down, like you said, a Mirbeau into the Lowe's hairpin, because you could set it up all the way up the hill to Casino. You have some nice braking zones, so you can kind of nail it up there. So you got to get smart when you have to overtake at Monaco. There's places you can do it. You got to get smart, and you have to line it up, I guess you can say. It's easier to overtake here in the game because we're not all perfect, right? I mean, the drivers make mistakes a little bit more often. In real life, the pace difference between drivers isn't as big, and they don't make as many mistakes, and that's why you don't see much overtaking. But in a league aspect scenario, you can definitely pull off some overtakes around here. You got to get smart with it, though.
Absolutely, and Lataupe is being very, very patient right now. He's trying to pick out the best place to make a move. We've seen a couple of moves into the Bell chicane as well tonight, so that's another possibility. But Monaco is a different type of track. It's really about your strategy, about your concentration, your focus. You just can't lose it. You can't lose it for even a second, because this track is absolutely unforgiving. There's no runoff. There's just the wall, or or another wall. That's pretty much it. You're between a wall and another wall. That is all you have to choose from in Monaco.
And that's why I love it, right? I mean, it pulls out the strong drivers, because those who can do it all, you need to do all of it really to win. The strategy, the qualifying, keeping it out of the wall, making sure the setup's right, and also you have to, just drive well, right? I mean, you got to get the lap time out of the lap as well. All those things play a factor. I mean, if you pit at the wrong time, you can lose the race. If you one little second of not the right concentration, you're into the wall, you chip a little wing, you could probably stay out and hold up some drivers, but you really won't be able to push, because that's going to really hurt you throughout the whole race. So, and we saw that last night with Wiener Drink. Absolutely, he never won in TCR before. He smashed the pole time and just did everything imaginable correct at Monaco. He had a great overtake as well on Crooner last night. He played the perfect strategy. He actually had a big enough gap over Ublin to where he was able to pit again to secure the fastest lap. So that's why I like Monaco. It pulls out a different type of driver, and you're going to see that tonight. I mean, Just Jose's doing a wonderful job. He had the pole, and he had some adversity earlier on with Lataupe getting by. Then he dropped down to third at some point, and then was able to get back when Silent made a move. He played the strategy right. No damage as far as I'm concerned. Now he's got himself a 12-second gap. And earlier on in the season, remember back to the first race, he crashed out, got 0 points when him and Bats Plus got together. And now, if he continues like this, he's going to have I think he's already in the championship lead, if I'm correct.
Yep.
So he's going to extend that gap.
Yeah, I mean, last night Drank was just in a world of his own. He was absolutely just killing it. He had the pace in qualifying, he had the pace in the race. He was doing a great job there. I had to fight it out with Rafa Hulk and with Crooner as well for position. It was quite a lot of fun. But like you mentioned, we've got another driver here today, Just Jose. He's 12, almost 13 seconds ahead right now of Lataupe and Chargers. That is very, very impressive, and especially more impressive after everything that he had to do to get there. It wasn't just that he started in P1 and then kept it. As you mentioned, he had to fight for it. So, yeah, it's a great race so far. We're now in lap 23 of 39, so 16 more laps to go. We're through the halfway point of this Monégasque Grand Prix. But I love coming here. I love racing here on every single game that the F1 game makes. It's very, very exciting. It's very difficult though, and I think that's what I like about it. It just brings out a different sort of class of drivers, like you said, but it also makes you drive in a different style, possibly to your own. So if you're not comfortable around Monaco, it possibly won't be comfortable with you either. But yeah, I always love driving around here, and the corners, all of the corners are very exciting. Like, it's just very satisfying when you put together a really good lap around Monaco. And here comes Latope. He is as close as he's ever been to Chargers on this occasion now with the DRS open. Did get much closer to him in turn 1, but yeah, that straight is just not long enough for anything real to happen.
Yeah, and this is where you got to get smart, right? I mean, Latope, he went deep into turn 1, trying to make a move. Maybe next time by, he tries something different. Maybe he will try to get a great exit out of turn 1 rather than sacrificing the exit, and maybe carry that to where we've seen overtakes before, which was Mirabeau into the hairpin. Maybe use all that battery. He's got half a tank of it. Charger's got a lot though as well, so he can easily defend if he sees a charging Haas. But yeah, Monaco, if you're not comfortable with it, you have to get comfortable with it. It's very rewarding, for a hot lap. Those who don't really like Monaco, I can guarantee you they never put out a nice lap around here. If they put a nice lap around here, I think they might come to like it a little bit more, especially when you get into the rhythm. It's a nice flowing track.
Oh, Chargers there a little bit locking up into turn 1, but still not enough for Latope to get alongside him. So this is turning out to be a little bit of a waiting game for Latope. He's either waiting for Chargers to make a mistake, or he's waiting for an opportunity to open up for him here tonight. But if you guys are watching, thank you so much, first of all, for watching and for your support. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, but also check out the links in the description, as I mentioned already, for Fanatec, but also to our own website, where you can find the information on how to sign up to TCR to race with us here. And you can join the gold class or the silver class, or we've got some spots available even in the platinum class yet as well. If you guys are interested, check out the link, go to our website, fill out the application, join our Discord, and we will be happy to see you and commentate on your performance on track. I promise we'll be nice and easy on you at first, but then, when you get a couple of wins under your belt, we'll be nice and harsh, as we always are. But for now, Just Jose, I think, is coming into that club very soon. If he can keep it together here for a few more laps, he'll have another win under his belt in Season 12. And so far, I gotta say, he's been very impressive. We saw him last season a little bit racing in Season 11, but in Season 12, he's been very, very strong right off the bat. Of course, having that DNF in Race 1, but since then, he's just been on the up and up.
Yeah, I remember his first race he came was last season. Season 11 was, I think, Russia, and he won in his debut, if I'm correct. It was an upset in that race, and ever since then he's showed that he belongs here, and obviously he joined in mid-season last year. He wasn't able to go for the championship. Now he's in position to do so, and he's going up against drivers who are also trying to do the same thing. I mean, we have Chargers. Right now is a former silver class champion. He's looking to add the golden championship to his name. Silent just joined us last week. Bats Plus had some strong earlier races, so it's a long season. I mean, after this, we still have 10 races left. I mean, that's incredible. Next week we'll be at Austria. So pretty much anyone can win that one because of the short lap. We usually always get a hint of rain, so that'll always spice some stuff up.
Yeah, I think another interesting fact to mention, of course, tomorrow the Platinum class of TCR will be racing here in Monaco as well at 8:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time as always, but they will have a full qualifying session. So Q1, Q2, Q3, and I'm sure that's going to spice things up there as well. So join us tomorrow for that. And also, that kind of makes me think about the other events that we usually run throughout the season. We haven't really talked about that too much in the first opening stages of the season, but we still got the All-Star race coming up. We're not sure yet if we're going to keep it in the same track, or possibly, I'm hearing some rumors, we might go to Portimao, which could be very exciting as well, because obviously it's a brand new track on the game. Everybody's going to be not really familiar with it, so that might add to the action. And then after that, we've still got our TCR Grand Prix as well. So lots of things going on still in the season. In between seasons, we also did a league versus league event.
Yes.
Hearing some rumors that they might want a rematch. So there's also a couple of other leagues that are looking to do these sort of types of events. So yeah, we did really, really well in that one. Hoping to see our team do a couple more of those.
Absolutely. We have a little battle here. Silent, I think, just got past Beagle on the front stretch. I don't think it was much of a fight. Still watching Chargers and Latope for second. And we have about 10, now 11 laps remaining in this race. Just Jose still out ahead, 18 seconds now. So a few more laps, he could still possibly come in and get himself some new boots and go for the fast lap of the race. But yeah, back to the events we do every season, the TCR Grand Prix. This year as well, same thing as last year, Brazil. And last year's race in Brazil was incredible. Can't wait to get back there. We have the All-Star race. Last season it was at Bahrain Short, and obviously Bahrain Short's not in the game anymore. So yeah, the rumors are possibly Portimao for the All-Star race, which they've done a great job at that track. No question, if we did do it there, I'm sure it'll really put up a nice race between all of the drivers from all the classes, and maybe even some returning drivers potentially into that race. And then also we have the in Platinum class, the 100% race, which will actually be at United States of America, COTA, and that's going to be for the finale. So that's a good way to end the season. There's a bunch of cool events happening as Latope is really on the back of Chargers. He's really trying to get past for second, just not quite good enough yet.
Yeah, and the back end of the car stepped out on him a little bit on the exit of the Nouvelle chicane. One thing to mention, I gotta say, all of our drivers doing a pretty good job here tonight of not accumulating any penalties, because we are running with the strict corner cutting rules. And there are a couple of chicanes, the swimming pool and the Nouvelle chicane, where it's quite easy to get a warning or a penalty. Also, turn 1 is very, very difficult to keep it valid through, because sometimes it just, you go an inch over or a centimeter over and it completely invalidates you right off the bat. So I'm very surprised that we've only got a couple of drivers on the board with the 3-second penalties. But yeah, it's been a really clean race overall. I know we only had the 12 drivers starting, but we didn't really have too many major incidents. No major coming together, although I'm not sure what happened to, I think it was Bats Plus, who was missing his front wing in the tunnel and then had to pit and change that over. There might have been some contact there with another car, might have been something, but we'll have to try and find out after the race. But yeah, quite an exciting race so far, especially I think in the opening stages there. We had some overtakes for position. We had some really nice overtakes throughout the race as well. Now coming to pretty much the closing stages here, lap 31 of 39, just 8 more laps to go. And here comes Latope again, just gaining more and more time on Chargers, but not quite enough to do anything. And there's just not enough space on the track to make anything happen.
Yeah, he's low on battery now, so I mean, if I'm Latope, I'm doing probably another lap or 2 of pushing, maybe push Chargers into a mistake. And then if that doesn't work, you're gonna have to save your battery and find a good opportunity to just dump it all on one lap, go all or nothing, and see if you can get it done. But it doesn't seem like what he's been trying is working, so he's going to have to get creative. But yeah, the gap out ahead, 21.5 seconds, 22 now, and it's coming to the point. Will Just Jose come in? We saw that last night with Wienerdrink came in to get the fastest lap. Currently, Jones has the fastest lap, 1:11.849. And the second best would be Just Jose. It's a 12.097, so a few tenths off of that. On 20-lap old tires, he's going to need a new set if he wants to go for that. He probably has the gap to do it. It's risky though.
Yeah, I think he definitely has the gap now because on the first round of pit stops, he was 21 seconds ahead of Be-Good at that point, and he came out just behind them. So I think on now, pretty much on lap 32, he's got 23.1 seconds, so he's going to be just ahead of these guys when he comes out. But as you mentioned, it could be a little bit tricky. You could get a slow stop, you could get damage on the exit, you could run a little bit too quickly into the entry and get a penalty. You could also run over the white line on the exit and get a penalty for that as well. So it's going to be a risk versus reward sort of consideration for Just Jose. Do you get that extra point? Do you get your championship lead pulled out by an extra point?
Oh, Jones out! Oh, big crash.
Let's take a look here. Oh, Jones in the wall there on the exit of the casino corner. And he is all smashed up from 7th place, or from 6th place, unfortunately. That is going to be Jones out of the race. The third DNF here tonight, and we're down to only 9 runners.
And I'm looking, there is no safety car to be seen. That would have bunched the field way up. See, Jones is still on the track. He's still a yellow.
And these guys just hit his front wing pieces and dragged them with them all the way down into the next corner. So I see now what you meant by running over debris on the track.
You know, it's actually could happen. I saw, I think today on Twitter of Kersey doing one race, and he ran over a piece of a front wing on a straightaway, and 5 seconds later he had a rear puncture, and it just pushed him right into the wall, and he's out. Which I thought was a feature a few game cycles ago. Pretty sure on F1 2017 they were implementing that damage on the track would actually have that effect, but from what I've seen, it maybe only happened in like simulation damage mode, so maybe that could be the factor. I don't know if simulation damage was on when that happened, but it does definitely bring another effect into the race, especially when you have big front wings on the track. It just poses the question, for another safety car by the game to clean that up and all that stuff. But it definitely can happen.
Yeah, and just to mention there, Lataupe looked like he brushed the wall on the exit of turn 1, and I think he might have gained a little bit of damage, but because he's now dropping very quickly behind Chargers, down to 2 seconds behind them now. So I think that fight, unfortunately, between Lataupe and Chargers is pretty much over here, and Chargers gets to keep P2 for the moment as long as he can bring it home for another 4 laps. But out ahead, it's this guy that we're watching right here, Just Jose. He is 28 seconds, almost 29 seconds ahead of Chargers, definitely comfortably in the area where you can go and pit for another set of tires. He's now lapping a couple of back markers here. I think it's Perry the dog moving over for him there. And yeah, I mean, it's very interesting. Just Jose, just like Wiener drank last night, we see one driver that just finds incredible pace around this track that nobody else can seem to match. I myself was having so much trouble to try even staying with Wiener drank on the first opening couple of laps. He was just bulleting ahead. And that is exactly what's going on with Just Jose here tonight as well. Now almost 30 seconds clear of Chargers, not pitting yet. continuing on, but honestly, I wouldn't write it off at this point. He's got a big enough gap where he can comfortably pit, and even if anything happens and he loses a couple of seconds, he's still going to be way ahead of Chargers. But we'll see what he decides to do. We've only got a few more laps to go here. Now also Bats Plus starting to catch up on RR Silent. Let's see if maybe we'll have a last change of position here tonight.
Yeah, when you have a pretty dominant performance like this, the only thing you can do if you're one of his competitors is tip your cap and say, good race. I did not have that in me to get that done, because he's been terrific tonight up until this point. And yeah, there's just no match really. It's just been Just Jose. Once he got the lead, it's been very controlled, and he's done a phenomenal job. I think I was going to say Gotney Weeb came in the prior lap because he had a gap on Silent, and I was going to say that kind of opened the door up for Latope to pit if he wanted to pit, because he had a gap behind. But now he's got, I think, maybe minor damage, and the gap is kind of closed up, so he missed that opportunity. But Just Jose still has an opportunity to come in. Other than that, doesn't seem like it. I think Perry's a disconnect as well, so Perry is probably not going to be getting these points, so it's going to be the top 8 that would promote Fire Up Flow to the 8th position. And I want to shout out a good performance by Gotney Weeb. We've seen very good speed out of his teammate Fire Up Flow, and for Gotney Weeb, he's kind of been supporting his teammate. The Ferrari's doing pretty well here in the opening stages, but a good performance by Gotney Weeb, up in 4th. He just set the fastest lap, so that'll be 1 additional point to the Ferraris. And it's always good to have a teammate to where if one doesn't get the job done, the other can kind of pick up their slack and kind of provide a little bit, and that's what you're seeing here today. Fire Flow letting by his teammate. So good performances by the Ferraris.
Yeah, they're still gonna come out with a couple of points here, or a few points actually, because Gotney Weeb is in 4th, Fire Up Flow is gonna be moved up to 8th, so that's gonna be a decent amount of points for them. It might possibly be enough for them to keep the Constructors' Championship lead, because yeah, Just Jose is in the Alpine with Golderator. Unfortunately, we haven't seen Golderator in this race or in the previous couple of races either. But yeah, Just Jose right now, he did pit. There we go, he did pit. He just came out on the soft tire, and he's gonna go for the fastest lap, and he's still got 14 seconds in hand to Chargers behind. That is absolutely incredible.
He left it quite late, right? I mean, he's only gonna have 1 opportunity to go for the fastest lap, and that's going to be the final lap, so he's got to absolutely hook it up. And I think he'll be able to do it just because these tires, I'm sure, will feel lovely at this point in the Grand Prix. Almost the lightest amount of fuel possible on the optimal tire performance possible, and 1 lap to go out and smash a fastest lap. Hopefully you can get that. That'd be a grand slam. We saw one last night. Will we see one today?
Well, let's go on board with Just Jose here for this closing lap of tonight's Grand Prix, as he gets very nicely through Saint Devote and up the Beau Rivage into Massenet. Gets a really nice run, very smooth through there, getting it just rotating the car into every single corner. It is a purple sector into sector 1. Let's see if he can keep this going through the hairpin. Ooh, a little bit deep there through the hairpin, but gets good rotation through it anyways, as he continues on through Mirabeau Bass and through Portier into the tunnel. About half a lap to go now for Just Jose for his 2nd win in Season 12, as he comes into the Nivelle chicane now. Another really nice run through those 2 corners into Tabac, keeping it nice and close to the wall there on the exit. Another purple sector, almost a second faster than his own fastest time. keeps it out of the wall as he comes through Raskas and into Anthony Nogue for the last time here for tonight in the Golden class. Just Jose comes across the line to win for a second win of the season and a fastest lap on top of that for the full 26 points. Chargers is quite a bit behind. He's about 20 seconds behind the leader, so he's gonna be crossing the line here in just a moment to take second place on the podium. But what a great drive from him as well. Really had to work for it here tonight, and that is a much earned second place for Chargers. Next one to cross the line is going to be Latope, and he's going to keep that P3. I'm sure he's going to be happy with it, but he could have possibly had more here tonight after that lap 1. Incredible start from him, but it's only going to be P3 for the Haas driver. Got any Weeb in 4th place. RR Silent was really battling it out for the lead of the race here in the early stages, but unfortunately dropped down a few positions after he had some damage and had to change his strategy and change his front wing. And he's going to be coming across the line here to take 5th place and a good 10 points as well to his name. Definitely not going to be too disappointed with that. Then we have Perry the dog, or Bats Plus, sorry, in 6th, Perry in 7th, Be Good in 8th, and Fire Up Flow, the last finisher on the board, in 9th place. But this man right here, Just Jose, I'm sure he's going to be very happy with his performance here tonight. Managed to get the fastest lap. He was way ahead of everyone else. Congratulations to Just Jose. And there we see our finishing podium drivers on the podium, spraying the champagne, celebrating their performance here tonight. And definitely a great race. We saw some really exciting overtaking moves on the track where they say overtaking is pretty much impossible, but that was definitely not the case here tonight. And it brought in a really great race there. So Just Jose, as I mentioned, on 1st place there with the fastest lap as well. Chargers in 2nd, Latope in 3rd, Got Any Weave in 4th, RS Island in 5th, Bass Plus in 6th, Perry the Dog in 7th, Be Good in 8th, and Fire Afloat in 9th place. And unfortunately, we lost TCR Jones, Guerrero, and Same TJ as DNFs in tonight's race. But Seafreeze, tell me your thoughts about tonight's race.
I mean, it's kind of what we expected, right? I mean, it's Monaco at the end of the day, but so you're not going to see overtakes every single lap like you would maybe next week at Austria. But we saw another great performance by someone who did it all right, and that was Just Jose. He absolutely smashed it, and he got the Grand Slam, got the pole position, the fastest lap, got the race win. And he did it by some margins, so that puts a really good statement to the rest of the Golden drivers that he means business, and he is going for the championship with now his 2nd week win of the season. We had some nice strategy as well involved, some decent moves here and there. I'm surprised we didn't see a safety car Jones's crash. Which is kind of unfortunate. He had a nice thing going with him and his teammate. Maybe not the strongest day, but a day where you can pick up some decent amount of points if you just finished. And unfortunately, he wasn't able to do that. But other than that, it's been a great race. I'm looking forward to tomorrow with the full qualifying at Platinum, because the qualifying is everything at Monaco. So we'll see the Platinum drivers of TCR going all out for it in Q1, Q2, and Q3.
Yeah, I'm very excited to see that, and also excited to talk to our podium finishers here. I've just invited them to our voice party, so hopefully they will join us soon and we'll get to hear from them. But like Seafreeze mentioned, guys, if you've been watching here tonight, first of all, huge thank you for all of your support. Make sure you leave the like button or hit that like button. Make sure you leave some more comments in the chat and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. There's a lot more exciting things to come, especially tomorrow with a full qualifying for the Platinum class of TCR in Season 12. And then we're going to see all of our Platinum drivers also battle it out here around Monaco. If, as I said, if the first couple of races we've seen are any example for what we're about to expect for tomorrow. I think it's going to be an amazing race there. And I do see now we've got a couple of our drivers joining us in the booth, but I'm still waiting for Latope in P3. I'm not sure if he'll be able to join. Hopefully he will. But there he is, as I was just talking about him. All right, so now we are ready then to proceed to our post-race interviews here tonight, and we will get started with Latope. So, Latope, in the Haas, how are you?
Yeah,
How are you feeling after that race? Of course, Monaco is a very difficult one, but you managed to keep it together. My question, the first question, obviously, is going to be about that first lap. You took the
yeah.
lead from Just Jose. It was looking pretty good, but then somehow you managed to get overtaken by him again. So talk us through that first lap and through the race altogether.
Well, I had a really good start. I really get the grip when the lights come out, so I'm really glad about this. But then at the last sector, the car just didn't brake, didn't book the last sector, so I tipped my front wing on the wall, and I lost a piece, I think. So I had to pay to change the wing in lap 8. But yeah, I'm pretty happy to be on the podium for the first time in the season today.
Yeah, congratulations. I mean, P3, really good finish. Is going to give you quite a few points to add to your tally in Season 12. But how did it feel altogether on the track today? Is there any difference between, the track on this game versus any other games or after the patch came out? Did you have to sort of get used to that, or was it really just, you were feeling comfortable, everything was perfect?
I practiced only yesterday, so I didn't even practice before the patch. So this was my very first feeling for Monaco in this game. But compared to the one in 2020, it's a little bit more slippery, I guess. But yeah, just try to avoid the wall to get a good result here, and that's what I try to do.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you did a great job at that. Seafreeze, your questions for our P3 finisher.
Yeah, well, congratulations,
Thank you.
Latope in the Haas. Good performance. We've seen some speed out of you this season, just maybe a little bit of inconsistency, a few mistakes here and there from what I recall. Canada comes to mind.
Yeah, Italy, I did only 3 laps in Italy.
But yeah, you were able to put it all together. You were competing for the win with the opening lap. Move on Just Jose. You had some nice battles with Silent. Other than maybe, did you pick up damage in that first pit stop, and where did you get that damage from?
Yeah, the last sector. I don't remember the name of the corners, but the last chicane, I think. Not the last corner, but the little corner the right hander.
Okay, maybe right after
And
the swimming pool.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. And I broke the left part of my front wing.
And could you do anything else to get by Chargers in the end, or because it
I
seemed
was really
like you
trying,
tried
but
everything?
he has really good pace, really good exit of the corner, so really well done to him, and good job to Jose for this win, with maybe like a 20-second lead with 2 stops. So
well, you
Nothing
put
we
up a
can do
nice
here.
fight, a great result, and I'm happy to see you up there, and hopefully we can see more of you up on the podium for the future races, so congrats on that.
Thank you. I hope so. Thank you.
All right, congratulations, Latope. Let's move over to our P2 finisher, and that is Chargers in the Mercedes. Chargers, that was one hell of a drive from yourself. You had to really work for that one, especially towards the end of the race. You had some pressure from Latope. You were, trying to get around cars and get back to some high positions, but it all looked like your pit stop really is where it worked out for you and bounced you up in front of I think it was Latope and R Silent. So talk us through it. How did it go for you tonight?
Yeah, happy about the P2. Yeah, so I think we all hit it on lap 8, and they both had front wing damage, so I kind of overtook both of them. I was gonna pit 1 lap earlier, but I kind of frustrated that I did it, because on lap 8, that's when Latope and Silent kind of made contact and both got damaged and kind of slowed all of us down that lap. So I do think if I put one lap earlier, I might have had a shot of jumping Jose out of the pits. I mean, I don't know if I would have been able to hold him off all race, but could have potentially put me in the lead. But yeah, Jose had far and away the best pace here tonight. Yeah, Latope a better pace than me as well, but it was kind of just trying to just not push too hard and keep it out of the walls and kind of just use overtake when I needed to, kind of just save my batteries, kind of try to keep a full battery for most of that second stint. So whenever I needed to overtake to keep in front, I was able to. Yeah, I wasn't really under too much like pressure, I would say, but it was kind of just trying to really racing against myself more, just not trying to put her in the wall. But yeah, happy about the podium though.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a good amount of points for yourself. Going to bounce you up a couple of positions in the driver's standings. Overall, how did Monaco feel on this game? And did you find anything that was more difficult than before? Or, did it feel all good?
Yeah, I didn't drive Monaco either until after the patch. A couple of the curves maybe were a little more like, kind of wanted to put it into the wall a little more, but it wasn't really too much different, I would say. It's kind of still always Monaco. They kind of still are on edge every lap anyway.
Well, did you enjoy the drive here tonight? Was it fun?
Yeah, I always enjoy driving Monaco, especially when you gotta kind of have a car behind you and you have that like pressure of kind of keeping it on track. I like that, so it was a fun drive.
Awesome. All right. Seafreeze, your questions for Chargers.
Well, congrats on the P2 Chargers. My question, a little different. From what I can understand, at some point, were you a controller driver?
No, I never was.
You never was, so I'm
Nope.
thinking of the wrong guy. Then my apologies. So you're on a Fanatec, is that correct?
Yeah, I'm on a fantasy. Yeah, you don't want to send me on a controller. That would probably.
For some reason, I always thought you were on controller, but that was my question. That's all I got. Good race. I hope we see up there a little bit more. That you're a former silver champion. I hope to see up there more regularly. Maybe get yourself a golden title.
Mm-hmm.
All right, congrats, Chargers, on a great drive here tonight. And let's move over to the one and only, the winner here tonight. And it is, of course, in the Alpine, Just Jose. First of all, Just Jose, congratulations. Third week in a row that you're on the podium. You got a win in Canada, second place in China, another win here today. It's getting pretty much to be a regular thing for us to be talking to you on the podium interviews. But yeah, amazing job here today. I mean, you had so much pace. It was incredible. You had enough time to pit and get another pit stop and get some fresh tires on there and get the fastest lap. So it looked, from our perspective, quite nice and easy, especially in that second half of the race. But the first half of the race was quite difficult. So tell us about it from your perspective. How did it go here tonight?
Well, yeah, first of all, thank you. Yeah, it was absolutely not an easy drive. Like, further sitting away from it. I had to concentrate like the whole 39 of the laps. Like for a small moment, I kind of lost concentration, and that made me get overtaken by Silent on the first laps. And yeah, the first part of the race was very fun, to say it, although I may at the time be more nervous than having fun. Latope got a great start. I have to hand it to him. I'm not very good at starts yet in this game, so he got me cleanly around the outside on turn 1. And then I said to myself, well, probably not gonna overtake him, like, I don't know, get alongside him and into a corner or something, because that's Monaco. So I just tried to stay as close as I could to him, so he made a mistake or something. I had the mistake first. Silent got past me. Luckily, Silent then went side to side with him, and they both had damage. So that allowed me to get like some kind of a switch back into the second sector, the corner before the hairpin. And yeah, after that was on for me. I switched it on. I don't want to say autopilot, because that was definitely not autopilot. I was so focused, but some kind of a cruise control mode that I didn't take much risks, so I stayed out of the wall, and at the same time have enough pace to like get enough time to pit and be first still if I made a mistake. Luckily, I didn't make any mistakes that ended up in the wall or something. I may have locked up a bit, but nothing major. And yeah, it was very fun to race around Monaco. I didn't expect to have the pace that I did. So yeah, let's hope I see you both more in the interviews.
Yeah, most definitely. And I mean, you've got 3 pole positions in a row now, or 4 pole positions in a row now. You're the first driver in the Golden Class this season to win multiple races. You're in the championship lead. You're going to extend your lead after tonight's performance as well. So things are looking pretty good for the season. How are you feeling? Are you feeling confident for season 12? Do you think you can put on a pretty good show for possibly battling for the championship?
I feel confident, but not confident that I'm going to win yet. I feel confident that I can put a good battle with whoever steps up, be it Bats or I don't know who was P2 in standings. I think Fireflow. Whoever gets up with me on the, I don't know, on the grid in P2 like Latoop, I'm pretty confident I can put a good fight and a fair fight. And if I get the win, I'm happy. But I'm also happy if I don't get the win and I end up losing in a fair battle like I did last race. I'd rather come second and know I fought as hard as I could and as fair as I could than to win and feel guilty about it.
That is really good stuff. I mean, congratulations again. Seafreeze, your questions for Just Jose.
Yeah, I mean, you absolutely smashed it. Wonderful performance, a grand slam. You did it all. You had some challenges earlier on in the race, you know, battling with Latope and Silent, which was kind of cool. So it was nice to see you come back from that. And it's also nice to see you come back from the opening round and opening start of the championship when you had a few non-point scoring races, and now you see yourself right back on the top of the championship and increasing the lead. Did you know you were going to pit all the time for the fastest lap, or was that planned right to the end on lap 38?
Well, to be honest, I asked Jeff about the fastest lap, and he told me it was like something 2/10 clear of my personal best. So I thought, yeah, if I push hard enough, I can probably get the fastest lap on the old set of mediums. But then one of the Ferraris had a fastest lap on softs, and that was off the table. So on lap 37, I just came in and well, I kind of wanted to maintain the gap just to see how much I could stretch it. Yeah, how big it could make it before the end. But then I said to me, every point counts. I don't know what's going to happen in the end of the championship. So I'd rather take the point and, well, a smaller margin for the win. And yeah, I also get to get the second Grand Slam of the season, so it makes me happy anyways.
Yeah, well, that might have been the only mistake, was maybe listening to Jeff. I mean, you probably did all that work. Can you imagine if you listened to Jeff? Yeah, we have a gap, come on in. And then you come out in second. That would have been disaster. But how do you feel about next week going to Austria and the next kind of European stint?
Austria. Well, after Monaco, I think Austria is going to be a walk in the park. Not in the sense that I'm going to win, because I'm not sure that I will. I probably have to battle for it. But it's going to be a walk in the park in the sense that I won't have to be so much focused on the race every time. I think Austria is one of those tracks where you can switch into autopilot, like I told you before. Maybe even if I can get, I don't know, 10 seconds clear of P2, I can just like switch off and let muscle memory do the trick, which is not the case around here. So yeah, I don't know how fast I am in Austria. I think I'm not that fast, so I expect a good battle.
Well, in the words of Vin Diesel, you know, it doesn't matter if you win by a mile or if you win by an inch. A win is a win. So, Just Jose, congratulations on another amazing performance from you this season. Good luck for the rest of the season as well.
Thanks, boys. Thank you very much.
Alright, so that is going to round it up for the post-race interviews with our podium finishers. It was an incredible battle there, especially in the opening stint of this race. So if you guys missed out on that, definitely rewind, rewatch, because this was a really good race here tonight at Monaco. Seafreeze, your closing words on tonight's Grand Prix.
Oh, man. I will keep it short and sweet. We'll keep it to a few simple words and just say that it was a quiet but powerful performance by all drivers.
Absolutely, and don't forget, tomorrow night we're going to see our Platinum class drivers here again at the Monaco Grand Prix. We're going to have full qualifying, Q1, Q2, Q3, just like it would be in real life. So that gives everybody a little bit of a bigger chance to try and qualify where they want to, but it could also mean that if you screw up in Q1, you're not going to get the position that you want for the start of the race. Other than that, though, guys, huge thanks again to everyone who's been watching. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel, leave some more comments on this video. Also, check out the links in the description for affiliate sponsor Fanatec. If you're looking to buy yourself some equipment, you'll be getting yourself some nice equipment, and you'll be supporting the league and doing so as well. And other than that, check out the link in the description for our website, where you can sign up to the league, race with us, talk with us on our Discord channel, and pretty much get to know us a little bit better. Hopefully, we will see you there. But yeah, we will be back here tomorrow. We'll be back next week with the Golden Class in Austria as well. We'll see if Just Jose can keep his momentum going into there. But from Blim Machine, from Seafreeze, from everybody at TCR, thank you guys so